and welcome to a dramatic soprano tries cooking, Jane Austen edition. Today we will be cooking from the book Dinner with Mr. Darcy, and today we will be making Poor Knights. A little bit of history about this recipe. This, or Poor Knights of Windsor, perfect for Sir Walter Elliot of Killinigh Hall, is an old name for a supper dish that Hannah Glass calls pain purd, or cream toast, and which we know as French toast or eggy bread today. The toasts were also sometimes made with wine. A drop of rum or brandy makes them a fine dish for the end of the evening. Let us begin. First thing it does recommend you to do is preheat your oven to 270 so that you can leave the warm, eggy Poor Knights in the oven while you make the others to keep them warm. I'm going to risk business and not do that. First thing you're going to need to do is combine your milk, nutmeg, eggs, and rum or brandy. And of course, drink your tea. Now, if you want to be a bad girl from Jane Austen's time, I recommend throwing a little rum into that tea. Cheers. Delicious. Now we will beat in half a cup of castor sugar, or commonly known as powdered sugar. Now you're going to take 8 slices of bread and cut them diagonally, because one must be fancy. Pinkies up! Now you must transfer the eggy mixture to a flat dish to soak the bread slices. Then onto the frying pan they go. And if you don't want to be like me, you'll have the oven warmed up to then put them in the oven to keep warm. But I'm going to risk it. I have a big pan. It's a very big pan. And of course, put butter on that pan. Upon some reflection, I don't think you actually need a full cup of milk for this recipe. My bread got very soggy. Let me show you. Very soggy. Now it does say to use a brioche, which I did not. Mine was just a day-old Italian loaf, which it says you can use a day-old loaf. But as you can see, mine are very, lots of them fell apart. And I have plenty of leftover eggy. Leftover egg! Also, cooking in Jane Austen clothes makes you sweat quite a bit, even in the winter. Although I would say today was the first hint of spring. Now, the book does say, John Knott serves them with a mix of butter, sugar, and rosewater, warmed together and poured over the toast. They are very good with sharp, stewed fruit, such as rhubarb or berries. I did not read this part while I was preparing this recipe, so I have some jam I can put on them. Jam. Now to taste test our poor knights, who seem to be drowned by milk. Now for a proper taste test. That's pretty good. Definitely one of the most superior French toasts I've had in a while. I definitely recommend this Jane Austen delicacy. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much to me. Until then, pinkies up! Fun fact, Did you know John Knott wrote the Cooks and Confectionery Dictionary in 1723? Who would have known? And it even has this wonderful delight in it. And there's a little note of it right here, which if you buy the book, you can read yourself. Or just pause the screen and read it, I suppose.